Death has become a universal part of the human experience. As the saying goes, the surest way from the womb is the tomb. But how do you view the dead? How do you view the dead? Do you consider them as blessed? Or do you consider them as unfortunate or accursed?
Often when we think of death, gruesome images come to our mind. We think in terms of grief and we think in terms of multiplied tears.
Every one of us has experienced a loss through death, either of a spouse, of a child, of a parent, a relative. There's nobody here who will say you have not gone through grief. And we know that grief is heavy.
I remember thinking how absurd it was that some of my family members only had 3 days off of work when my grandparents died. 3 days. That's maybe enough to plan a funeral, if that. And you know what? Grief doesn't stop when the funeral ends. Some of you know this. And I'd even go as far to say that I think grief begins when the funeral ends. But life goes on, right?
And we're not just really talking about grief. We're talking about transformation in everything in our lives. I kind of asked the question, how do we want to live the hopefully long rest of our days?